Hello, everybody. This is Angus again. Talking about mental health and some of the updates that are in um the government is talking about improving. And I've been sending a group for 2 weeks now, um, called theproconsumers.org. And they have great information. I've been sending a lot of their groups. It's a mental health um, group that's from a lot of the people from Texas, one of the clubhouses for mental health in Texas, and they have a lot to uh, say about mental health in a lot of groups. Um, I suggest that you go on there and join some of their groups and find out for yourself what they have to say. And everything. I've been letting them know about my channel and everything else. I still struggle to help the mental health, even though I'm kind of climbing up at this time, not really wanting to help people around in my neighborhood. Um, I just don't feel like they really want the help, so I'm kind of backing up from it. As you know, June the 10th, I'll be going to court at 9 a.m. I'll be in court at 9 a.m. I'm hoping that the guy basically pleads the fifth, where I could plead the fifth and get out of court, and we just go our own separate ways. But I don't know exactly what he's going to do and everything. He got continuing um, to get people to come to court on his behalf, and I just know if you don't have their social security number and or their birthday or both, that there's no way they can summon to court and all that. He has my information and stuff, my birthday, my social security number, and stuff, and that's really scary. I'm really scared at this point about what, even if I do move away, which I am going to move away, I have to be out by the 19th at 5 p.m. Um, I'm probably going to move on the 18th. Um, and everything, probably into a hotel. Um, but he could do damage to me outside of the court, just knowing my social security number mainly, and knowing my birthday, and everything. I think it's crappy what the government has done to me here in Virginia, the local government, starting with the magistrate's office. I know that I have never given my birthday or social security number, so they had to give it to him and everything and let this thing go forward. And two, that his case manager shouldn't have been allowed to help him. It's just he said he's 69 years old, um, fixed to be 70 this year, but for him to come in there crying that he can't see, can't hear, um, and give him my social security number and that was how he was able to put a warrant out on me, because he has it and I know he has it. Cops confirmed it here, and they also didn't, when they arrested me, read me my rights, um and stuff. So it shouldn't even be continued. It shouldn't have been even the you know there's just so much stuff about it, and my record looks better than his. He's been charged with these crimes before. He pled guilty to a lot of these crimes before that he is saying that I committed and stuff. He really should be on the public defender. He should be on the national public defenders list. He's a danger to us out here in society. And the government, if there's anybody watching this video or in the future watch this video, this is so wrong. Here I am, a law-abiding citizen, and they didn't even they didn't investigate it. They just basically took his word and everything. And first of all, what should have happened at the magistrator's office? The magistrator said, okay, well, we're going to send you to the local hospital and have a rape test done. Okay, so we see that you waited almost 2 weeks, so that's not going to work. So we're not even going to pursue this, because there's no way a rape kit can test to see if this rape really happened to you and everything. We're just going to go ahead and lock you up and charge you with perjury, which, at the end of the day, on the 10th, if he pleads the 5th, I think the state of Virginia should press charges against him for perjury on 2 counts. The magistrator's office and, of course, the court system should, say that he should have 2 counts of perjury against him and go ahead and put that on his record, and also put him on the sex offender list. So that way, if he does make it out of jail, which, if they give him a long enough sentence, he won't make it out of jail because he'll be an old man, and, much way older than he is. He's really dumb for doing this, and how can you not, see that this was a perjury case, that he's purging? And why did you let it go forth in the beginning and cause me this much pain? And, if he pleads the 5th and I plead the 5th, the judge should recommend that I go after him, that I open up a lawsuit on him for pain and suffering and also injury. I just been aware of this from Texas, that I really should go after him for, get an injury lawyer because he has really injured me. Yes, I hold a license in the state of Florida for a security officer and stuff, and that's where the injury comes in, because he could injure my license or keep me from getting another license in security. Hey, look, I'm just a law-abiding citizen, and I bring this 4 more up in this video, even though it is titled mental health, because it is part of my mental health. He has basically made my mental health worse, by putting me through this and stuff. So this has a lot to do with it. So questions that was in the group the other day when I attended. Number one, I was attending one of their groups, and it was about disability rights, listening group, and the first lady that came on, I was talking about that. She basically wanted to get paid back for taking care of her kids when they were younger and stuff. And number one, just know in your heart, like the lady said, that, and that was an advocate, just know in your heart that you should feel good about it, but there's really nobody that's going to take the case over and give you any reward or anything. And that's basically what she was seeking, for, she was talking about she never did get the right amount of child support or whatever, didn't get any, and she wanted to go after it and get it. But hey, look, your kids are over 18, so you're not going to get it. There's not no lawyer going to take up the case or anything. There's nothing nobody can help you do to get that money that you feel like you claim that you own, that you're owed, because you didn't get the right child support from your husband or your ex-husband or whatever for child support for taking care of the kids. Just know in your heart that you done a good job and stuff like that. And she also talked about the kids wouldn't stand on sand for her and stuff like that, and claimed that she was a bad mother. Well, whatever that kid, we as the public don't know other than what she says. Basically, if the kid says she was a bad mother, she's a bad mother, and stuff like that. I hate to break it to you, but that is basically the truth about that. But let's talk about a little bit more, get off these subjects and talk about a little bit about mental health. Um, First of all, I want to talk about bipolar. Bipolar is that you're going to have your ups and downs with it and stuff like that. It works hand in hand, and usually, um, if you're diagnosed with schizoaffective or schizo um, that it ties in with bipolar, because you usually don't get one or the other, you get both when you're diagnosed, because of the highs and lows and stuff, and that's basically what's tied into schizophrenia and schizoaffective, is that you have the ups and downs, you're never really in the middle and stuff like that. So that actually covers two of the diseases out there. Let's move on to ADD, ADHD. ADHD is hypertension disorder, where you're hyper all the time, can do different things, and at times I can be that way. That's why I'm diagnosed with it. Uh, ADD is more of mind affecting disease, because most of these people act like kids, younger kids than what they really are, and you don't get rid of it when you turn 18. Every mental health disease, let me put it out right now, every mental health disease you get diagnosed with, you keep for your whole life. You'll always be diagnosed with it. It ain't like doctor can come in and say you're not no longer diagnosed with this. And of course, all these mental health diseases I got, so I know what I'm talking about as far as these mental health diseases and stuff. I also support the NAMI group, which is the National Alliance for Mental Illness. Jeopardy right now has a host on that's donating money to the National Alliance for Mental Illness. So that's going to help us out in finding new diseases and helping the mental health out. MR stands for mental retardation. I know the name has changed, but nothing really else has changed with it. Mental health, mental retardation has now gone under the name mental challenge people. Nothing has really changed with it. Mental retardation is a more serious of the disease. There's actually two diseases in the whole mental health that are serious itself, and I'll get to the other one in a minute. But I'll finish up with MR. There's a slight case of it, and then there's there's moderate, and then there's severe. I tell people that I have a moderate or a slight case of it, but really I've been diagnosed with severe mental retardation. And it has gotten worse over the years and stuff. Is where I get aggravated real easy. Sometimes I can't talk exactly right and stuff like that. I can mumble words sometimes. A lot of times I can mumble words and people really can't understand me clearly because I mumble the words because of my MR and everything. And I know that you don't see me in a power chair now. You see one in the background, but they're trying to get me a power chair because she can't walk all that well anymore. So it affects your mobility and stuff like that. A lot of MR people wear diapers because they don't have control over their bladder or the bowels, and I don't really have control over my bladder or bowels. I just recently this year had problems with my bowels, so they got me in at what they call adult bruise, with tabs, because the pull-ups just don't work for me, because you leak and they're not really designed to have bowel problems in it, and so I wear them, and it stems from my back injury, but it also stems from my MR. And then I'll go ahead and slide into the other one, which is autism. Autism is a sort of taken over a lot of the MR stuff, because it's kin to the MR and stuff, and it's really hard for doctors and stuff to diagnose MR and autism because there's so a lot of things are similar in them. Is that my case is again severe. They have slight, moderate, and severe. And I'm in the severe category of autism. And I'm like the only one. I'm like one of the few people in mental health that's actually got diagnosed with MR and autism. But like I have said before, once you get diagnosed with something, it don't go away. Doctors just don't come in and say that you're no longer diagnosed with it. You have it the rest of your life. And I guess that's why, because later on in life, I got diagnosed with autism. And so now I have both. And everything. Just the phone, my flexibility is really bad to have both, and both of them being the severe category. Um, I qualified for getting one of them tablets where you can understand me better, and stuff like that. That a lot of autism kids have, and a lot of adults have. Um, So, I have a skill builder because of my diagnosis and stuff. And basically, what a skill builder is therapeutic case management, which is very intense case management. And now also, the recent one that I've been diagnosed with is borderline personality disorder. Borderline personality disorder is basically saying I'm two people in one. I can switch over and be a different person than Angus, right? And some of these people can, when they go into this other person, can call themselves, that they don't call themselves Angus, right? And they call themselves by another name, change their name and stuff, not legally, but in their mind, there's somebody else, and their name is different and stuff. And so and there's a lot of stuff coming out. Another person I want to promote on my video is Build Back to Billionaire. He is our advocate. That's poor people to come in and give us daily updates on what the government is planning on doing with stimulus payments and stuff that would affect us poor people and stuff like that. SSI, SSDI, VA, and other things. I don't particularly, agree with him supporting the VA because the VA are really never have been in poverty because the government's going to take care of itself and not part of the government. Military is, and anybody want to look that up, that's basically true. They get paid well and they get excellent benefits, better benefits than anybody in the United States. They get top notch. They get everything, and they hardly ever get told no, and then they're not in poverty like he once claimed them. I just want to disagree with him about. But the VA basically, they get paid well. They're not never in poverty. They always have everything they need. Everything is geared towards them. It's like I've been needing a service animal, but I can't really get one um, because I don't have the finance. Well, there's a lot of people out there that are finance a veteran to or the VA people to get one on, and you basically give it to them and give them free training and everything else that goes along with it, and I don't agree with him there and supporting, coming in there and saying they're in poverty and stuff because they never really have. The government's going, as people know, the government's going to take care of themselves and before they'll help anybody else, and they're part of the government. Whatever branch they was in, and the president when um they're trying to keep Trump from really so-called being a veteran, but he's basically a veteran. And everyone, the president, everybody that works in the government has anything to do with the government, as far as that's in the White House, Congress, and all that, they're going to get veteran benefits when they retire. Or like with the president, he does either he's allowed to do his 4 years and then that's it, or he's allowed to do 8 years and that's it. He's gonna get veteran benefits when he leaves the White House. So, the veterans are gonna take care of themselves and they're making plenty of money, more than the other people out there are. So I don't really, understand why he brings them up, because if you research it, the veterans are well taken care of. There's plenty of services out there, plenty of money out there for them. Every one of the VA people have the opportunity to own their own home because they'll basically just give it to them and stuff. There's nothing really out there that says that's really out there that a veteran can't get because they have the money to do it, and the government's going to take care of themselves and stuff like that. And I get off on the tangent sometimes about it because it's so unfair. How they get everything and then they take up our mental health beds in our hospitals when there's people out here that are suffering with mental health that need to be in the hospital that can't get in the hospital because veterans got their bed. And it's really a crying shame when they have the same thing on the base. They just prefer not to go to it. I think there should be a law out saying the VAs have to use the VA hospital and not take up a mental health bed in the public, and that's supposed to be set aside for the public that ain't VA benefits, that ain't a veteran and stuff. And so that's that. But I do he's right here on YouTube, and he's called Bill to a Billionaire, and he talks about some great stuff about the stimulus stuff. Lets know what the government is thinking, and he has he has evidence to back everything he says up. So that's why I recommend him and join his channel and everything, and really listen to what he has said that he has to say. Well, this is about 24 and a half minute video. So I just wanted to make this video this morning and let you know showing stuff is coming out for us mental health people. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel. Keep updated for everything that I've given you. I'll come on here live where I can hear you, respond to your chats if you choose to chat with me to ask me questions or anything, and I'll be glad to answer them. Please like my videos and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks. Bye.